Hi, welcome to my build of this 40-inch flying wing made from balsa. It's King Kombat. It was from RCM magazine, and I've done a build blog of this. There's a few videos which take you through the building of it. If you look in the video description below, there'll be a link to the playlist for those videos. But I've been flying this wing now for quite a while, and I absolutely love it. It's fast, it's manoeuvrable, it's easy to fly, and it will climb vertically at speed more or less indefinitely. But there's a couple of little things which I just didn't like about it and wasn't particularly happy with. So what I've done is I'm calling this King Kombat Mark II, and I've done some changes to hopefully resolve those issues, make it better. So have a look at the rest of the video and I'll take you through the changes I've made, and then we'll get back and have a look at the finished model, and we'll see how it flies. But as I say, there are things I didn't like, and the two main things was the side mounted engine, which I'll get onto in a minute, and the fuel tank. I had a lot of problems with air bubbles in the being picked up, transferred to the engine, and affecting the performance of the engine, which I didn't like. And it was more or less the fuel tank was sat next to the wooden engine mount, and there was no insulation or anything. So I'm modifying this now, and I'm going to put the engine upright, and I'm going to be wrapping the fuel tank in foam. Well, I've now more or less finished the modifications. The front covering here, sheeting, isn't glued on yet because I just left that off so I could do this video and you could see inside. And you could see the tank's fitted quite nicely there with this foam shield. We've got the engine mount on the front, I've got the linkage in, and I've got my cover. There's still going to be a little bit of sanding and profiling here once that goes on, just to kind of smooth that in a little bit. And I'm thinking this will probably make quite a good launch hold, which will be quite nice, because on the previous version there wasn't anything really to get a grip of very well. So probably make this bolt a little bit shorter just so it comes out a little bit quicker. So I've just done a very simple cover there, just screws in. And if we have a look inside, you can see hopefully the light is okay on that. I've got the snake coming through. I've mounted the servo here, and I've got the battery in place there. Again, that will be held in foam once I'm setting out the CG. Well, got the wing covered and all finished now, engine mounted, and I'm really excited to get this thing flying again. I'm really pleased with the way it looks, and I think this central cover here to cover the tank and the foam has worked out quite well. The engine, same engine as before, is which is an Irvine 20, is slightly further forward just due to the mounting, but it's about 6mm, quarter of an inch, something like that. It's only negligible. Moving the engine forward and adding a little bit of wood here for the mount, and possibly also this nylon mount, has added a little bit of weight and altered the CG. But the build weight for this on the RCM plans was it was 32 to 40 ounces. So and this is coming in at 35 ounces. So it's still sort of I guess it's still lower half of the range really. So that's really good. I'm quite pleased about that, and I'm hopeful. This is a powerful engine, so I'm hopeful that it won't make any difference to the performance, or not much. The cover there, easily removable, just a screw to screw it down, and you can see everything nicely packed in there. It's a little bit dark on this side where the battery and the black foam is, but the battery was well forward, but now it's moved back just to adjust to the new CG. So I'm really excited to get this filled up now and see how it goes. Well, following those modifications, could I get this wing to fly? Boy, it gave me some trouble. Crash after crash after crash. And I kept changing things. You can see I've put the fins here. I've moved them from the central position further out. I thought maybe with the muffler on top, there was some kind of air disturbance that was causing an effect on the fins. But, and you can see it's had repairs, loads of repairs. And take a look at the footage here. A friend of mine who I call my launch man, Kun O, he has a GoPro on his head, on his hat, and that is just brilliant for autopsies of why things won't fly. And so have a look at this footage, which is stuff that he recorded from his head cam, and you can see why it won't, or you can see the results of it not flying. Essentially, it takes off okay, and it's all right for about the first 4, 5, 6 meters maybe, and starts to veer around to the right. Soon as I put any correction on to kind of bring it around to a straight line, it just stalls and tumbles out the sky. So anyway, I did resolve the issue, but take a look at all these clips of the failed flights, and have a look and see what you think. And then I'll tell you what I did, and I'll show you some footage.
Ready? 1, 2, go! Woohoo! 1, 2, 3, go! 1, 2, go! Up! 1, 2, go! Up, man!
The bricks! That was the same problem.
He's act like the same.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the same, but oh, brick. Oh.
Oh.
Let's see.
Okay, well you can see from that film it was getting pretty frustrating, and I was kind of not really knowing what else to do, and I thought, well, I'm going to have one more final go, because I'd repaired this wing about 6 or 7 times. At one point it hit the only pile of bricks, which is over there, for miles around, and I'd kind of almost had enough. But anyway, I've resolved it, and it flies really nice now. I've been getting a lot more confident with it and aerobatic, doing some loops and stuff, but I don't know what changed, why just bringing the engine upright would alter it so dramatically. If you've got any ideas, please let me know. The engine was very slightly forward. One of the things I did to try and get it to fly was to move it back, only about ½ an inch or something, made no difference. As I said, I moved the fins out, I've adjusted the trim, but what really made the difference is 2 things. One, I've put quite a lot of left, what do we call it, left turn, left throw on the wing. You can see there that the engine is angled off to the left, and if you remember, what I said was the wing, as soon as it had been flying for about 4 or 5 meters, you saw it in the videos yourself, it started to veer around to the right. So I put some left angle on the engine, brought it over, and as I say, that's quite significant. You can see that. I'm not sure how much it is, maybe it's 4 degrees, something like that. And the other thing I did was put a slightly bigger pitch prop on it, because I think it would benefit from having just a tad more power. It's okay when it gets going, but I think maybe for the launch. But having that, the angle on the engine, the thrust angle, that's the word I was looking for, having some left thrust on the engine really made that difference in having it fly in a straight line from the launch, and then it would get enough power or enough speed that I could then start maneuvering it and it wouldn't just tumble out the sky. Why I had to put that left thrust on when it wasn't there in the first place, I don't know. Like I say, if you've got any ideas, please leave them in the comments below, and I'd be really interested to hear your views on this. It's been a huge learning curve for me, and like I say, I've fixed it loads of times, but it flies now. And take a look at this footage. There's just a few little clips of it flying. Nothing fancy, because it's quite difficult to record it because it flies so fast, but it flies beautifully again. And as I said, I've been doing loops and spins and just getting really confident with it, and I love flying it. And I'm so glad that I didn't trash it a few weeks ago like I nearly did, because at one point I'd really had enough. Take a look at this anyway.
One, two, go โอ้โหสุดยอด He flew again. Wow. Lightning fast. Wow. Very nice. Whoa! Đi แล้วครับพี่
มันสุกๆนะ
อันนี้ไม่ได้บินในรอบ ลงนู่นเลยเหรออ่ะงั้นเลยเหรอ
ฮะ
One to go Good Second time Calm down It's okay
Doesn't go well.
He on yours He's yours You compensate the expo.
Nah.
Nice.
Maybe you need to move backwards. I'm gonna land.
Okay.
Landing cup. Mr. Lanchan, you keep looking.
Okay, clear to land. Look nice. Very nice. Shut down. Oh!